I hope this works. It looks like it's working. Yes, it is working. Finally. A stream that seems to be streaming. Anyway, we'll give it a go. See if it's capturing properly. I've lost the monitor, by the way, so I'm always down. Shaymac. Aye. I'm going to have to rely on you to tell me if this is working. Why can't I get back into my flight simulator? Hang on. Is it running? No. What's our vector? Neil, I have this thing. It's weird. I'm obviously in... Oh, pause flight. Can I unpause it? Ah, we go. That's what we want. Right, so just to let you know, I'm running on a new flight stick. Hopefully you can hear me. Retro Tech Ralph. Yeah, Shaymac, it's been ages. As you can see, you might not. You can see the tips. I've got this flight thing set up. I was literally just locked out of my house till now, so I just got back from work. And I had a load of stuff to do. And I thought, why not play Flight Simulator instead? And that's what I'm doing. And all I took for dinner, I have a big packet of pork scratchings that I put in a Ziploc bag for freshness, and some orange soda to try to negate the salt. But just 2 seconds. I'm gonna fly with me old yolk in a second. Very good, Neil. Now you can see I've got a Boeing jet trainer instead of a Cessna. Just testing all the controls, so I can apparently look around. And I'm not using, obviously it's a HOTAS, but you can use the yokes for that, and it works really well. So we're going to be doing that. We are launching from London Heathrow, and I'm going to try to remind myself of all of these controls, what we've got to play with here. And we might, that's the tower view. We might do an outside view because it's a bit more interesting than seeing the instruments. I do have engine stuff here. Oops. Okay, so I've managed to just mess with the air-fuel mixture of the engine, so it doesn't work. So I'm going to turn that up. I have to start the engines now because I've shut them down. They do take a second, so bear with me. Let's go. Got to wait for them to start up. Now tell me, is the sound okay? Can you hear the sound of the game adequately? Because it's cool sounds. Don't want you to miss out. You can actually hear the engines basically heating up before they can start running. There you go. One of them is running, not both of them. We've got to wait. Now, I'm not going to lodge my flight plan or do ATC. We're just going to go and have fun buzzing London, basically. I'm not going to be doing too many of these port scratchings. I don't. Oh, thank you, Mr. Agony. Right, we're good. Let's do this. Afterburners. Look how jerky it is when you're streaming. Okay. All good in the hood. Hopefully it won't be so jerky once we take off. There we go. Let's take this down to Chinatown. Nice smooth banking there. We might need to shift to a different plane though if we genuinely want to like sightsee London, because this is too insane. I don't know what that is. Blenheim Palace? No, it can't be Blenheim. Alright. I've lost my bearings. I'm trying to find London. Assuming we started in the right airport. Oh yeah, so this is a like the red arrows that we've got, the Americans apparently have some sort of blue angels or whatever equivalent. Where the bloody hell are we? This does not look like London. Is that Reading? Might have to turn on the map. Let's go full bore. Dive, dive, dive! Vector, vector, vector. Oh, by the way, it's so much fun in this game with like an Airbus. Oh, that's the airport. That's Heathrow. Here's my flight plan. Right. Ironically, I'm in Heathrow like once every few weeks, so I should know this area like the back of my hand, but obviously I don't. So this is the old Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I'm not even sure Microsoft did it. I think they just bought this in from someone, from if I'm kind of correct in what I read. But it's nice, it's alright. I mean, the vector graphics, you know, like you can see it's a bit clunky. I don't know if it's my PC or if you get better draw distance, but to be honest with you, most flight simulators you shouldn't be flying at whatever we're a few hundred meters off the ground. So here we go. That's Battersea Power Station, and then you've got the Gherkin. You can see in the distance. So you can see how old the mapping is by. Oh, there's the Millennium Wheel. See that? There you go, Millennium Wheel. So if we follow the Thames. Westminster Cathedral, the Gherkin. Can we slow down anymore? Not really. There's Docklands. And we should have the O2. There's the O2. The Whistle Stop Tour. So I do like the idea of getting... Should we go to Paris? Paris? We can follow the Thames. Maybe get some height. We're climbing like a homesick angel. Let's just leave it parked here for a moment. The only downside with this flight simulator is it doesn't seem to have a massive array of planes to choose from, but I'm very excited because Microsoft are bringing out a flight simulator, I think, next year. So a proper one, which is real world mapping. Right. So now we're actually more realistic height we'd want to be at. Gonna adjust the trims. That's better. So I want to bring up basically my GPS, which I don't quite know how to operate. So we're going to look in the menus for that. I think we've got a GPS somewhere. Instrument panel, GPS. There we go. It's got our Garmin system. Now I don't know what the airport is in Paris. If we want Charles de Gaulle, so let's see, how do we find that then? Turn right. Just turn right. Can you just give me Dead Reckoning, Retro Tech Ralph? Just give me some Dead Reckoning instructions for getting to Charles de Gaulle. That way we won't need the GPS at all. Okay, how do we actually enter the characters? We're going to have to put it like this, are we? I want to enter the characters. God damn it. How do you actually use this damn GPS? It's just like a real old-fashioned due south. Alright, screw the GPS. You can actually just click go to airport if you're that bothered, but we won't need it. Alright, so we'll just go to the main screen. I think long press on menu takes you back. Dagnammit. Oh, here we go. That's what I want. Go back there. Yeah, that is what I want. Where are we going? Plane's trim is all out. It's all out of whack. Oh, you've got the coordinates there, Retro Tech Ralph. That's exactly what we need. Right, so... Oh, buggery. Cockpit, I think it was right click. So you can see you can do as complicated as you like with this bloody thing. Just get rid of the GPS so I can get on with it. Ah, instrument panel. There we go. Right.
Over G. Over G.
Calm down, dear. It's only a game.
Over G. Over G. Over G.
Right. Now, fortunately, I think games like this do have an actual out-of-world map you can use. There we go. So, Aaron, that's this is a USB on this one. So, which is cool. So you can see where we've gone a bit awry actually. We're headed for here. So that's fine. But we're more or less the right direction. So just not change the heading too much. Let's just put it on full afterburners. Wow, that was cool. You have to admit, this is a damn pretty game. Hey, Elliot, how are you? Look at this. Yeah. It does handle nicely. It is a good sim. I just wish Microsoft would bring out... Let me turn those down, it's too loud. I just wish Microsoft would bring out another version of Combat Flight Simulator, because that's where I'm in my element. Now, just to show you what controls you do have, I do have the trim set up to some of the buttons here. I've got brakes, I've got my undercarriage, of course, need it. I do have flaps, you can select them, you can see them on the end of the wing tips, adjusting hopefully. Come back to me. On the quadrant, I do have the main throttle, afterburner, and I actually have air fuel mixture, which you can actually run on a jet, but you've got to be careful. You will. I'm really tired, by the way, Elliot. Yeah, I've had a long day too, and it's nice chilling out with games like this. To be honest with you, I don't know if they. Do you actually call these games? Do you count them as games? They're just pastimes, aren't they? It's just, I like looking at this because I do like aeroplanes and I like jets, and I think it's the more pretty the game the better, really, isn't it? I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, look at these control surfaces, how they move in this. It's just awesome. I remember spending a lot of time as a kid on the Atari ST playing like F-117A and some of those. Comanche, was it Comanche? Maximum Overkill was good. So tell me, Elliot, what happened to your Neo Geo Pocket? You had a Neo Geo Pocket that's poorly. It looked well poorly when I saw that. And by the way, anyone who's just started watching, I'm looking for Paris. That sounds like a movie name, doesn't it? Like a Paris Hilton. Looking for Paris. So it's, so Retro Gaming Denmark. So it is on Windows. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I just dumped 20 quid on this. Hey Aaron, thank you. There are some Atari ST videos in the works. I've just got so much stuff to do right now with Atari ST. It's crazy. So there'll be more. Oh, so that's your main one. So what's... Oh, I didn't know you could get glass aftermarket screen, because you know I've got that one that's a bit Bosch-bished. That would be quite nice to do on that one. Right, let me just get a map up real quick just to make sure we're still on heading. It's a shame this. I've got to learn how to work the GPS. I actually found the manual for the GPS on this, but it's really thick. It's like a 100-page manual. It's like the real manual for the real GPS, so I couldn't be bothered to read that right now. I tell you what, Elliot, I need to get a game for the Neo Geo because it looks amazing, and I just don't have any software yet. I bid on a load of stuff on eBay, but it all, you know, I lost on all of it. So I might try to get some stuff from Japan. I don't think they're regional, so I think that's the easiest way. Now, Retro Gaming Dimmer, I have a question for you. I have amazing GameCube flight simulator. It's like an arcade flight simulator, and I love it. And it's called it's like Air Wings and Air Wings 2 or something, and it's the shit. It's amazing. I love that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they did actually a commercial airline simulator as well. Same sort of arcade game. I'd love to try that one. Oh, we've got another plane actually in the air here. Should we see if we can strafe him while we're getting towards this airport? So yeah, that was Aero Wings. That could be it. Aero Wings. It's cracking. Love that. And recently, I'm really excited because I got a Saytech flight stick for the Xbox 360 that I've never really had a game to use it on. I recently bought the game that apparently that went with that, like Airstrike Fighters or something. So I'm really interested in that because I could do with some console flight simming, so I could just do it in my lounge when I'm a bit bored. But I'm loving the Dreamcast right now. I've got 18-wheeler. That's probably one of my favourite games. Hey, Electron Ash. For me, do I remember the developer's name? I thought it was just Sega. I don't know, like a Sega game. Electron Ash, do you know how to operate the GPS, the Garmin, in this game? Also, I'm going to be modifying the Saytech stick because it's got a bit of a dead zone I'm not happy with, and I'm going to use one of my ultimate joystick interfaces and just replace the electronics with this because I can just tune this in. I can dial it in. Right. My gut feeling says that we should be getting near Paris. So if I do LWM, we'll have one more go at the Garmin, by the way. Once we, oh yeah, we go. Look, see, we are getting near. See how quick it would be if you could just fly around in a fighter jet instead of a normal commercial jet. Let's bank about 30 degrees. I think that would do us. But we'll check the GPS while we're here. Views. Come on, Garmin. Now, if I remember on a flight Garmin, one of these buttons you should be able to hit to take you straight back to the main map screen. Terrain. Oh, here we go. That's better. And just the range. You never use GPS. How do you know where to go if you don't have GPS on? 15-mile range, 20-mile range. Okay, they're getting a bit better now. 35 mile. Come on, load up. Here we go. So, let's head here. I think we've lost a lot of altitude. We've got to be a bit careful. Look at the update on that GPS. Just like a normal crappy Garmin you've got in your house. Does anybody still rock the old Garmin in the old car? I think I've got one, but not used it for years. Electron Ash, I love combat. I need to get some more combat games going on that. What kind of... I used to love being in a wing. I used to love flying with other people. It was all nerdy, but I loved it. Yeah, boy! Look at that. I'm not sure what jet I want to try. Oh, there we go, look. Got an airport, or at least an airstrip coming up. No machine guns though, there's no weapons on this. That's the only downside of the flight simulator. We could try a landing actually if we want to. For fun. Actually, I don't know how to do the air brakes or the flaps. just shut the engine down now. Look, no engine's off. Ah, I tell you what, Ash, I absolutely adored doing real-time flying when I was in Combat Flight Simulator. we used to like the whole wing would launch from like Duxford, fly over and have a battle over Paris, and then get back. And it was like there was real peril in it because you weren't really back until you landed on the runway. Look at that! And we're off. So it made the game more interesting, really, because if you didn't make it back to the landing field, it obviously didn't count. We played it real time. If you died, you died. You were out of the fracas, and it was cool. I didn't get to the point though I'd build a little gaming cupboard, but I do like the idea of immersion in these games. I do feel that I would like to be immersed more in the gameplay, and maybe that would require a little gaming cupboard. I don't know. Right, so where's Paris? I'm just going to do a little scan around because I don't want to turn on the map. Oh, hang on. There we go. That is starting to look more like a major airfield. And what I noticed in Flight Simulator X, you can turn on all the weather conditions, day and time, and all of those things. There's something on my yoke which has a little clock and different modes, and they have modes within the game. It's got the time on it at the moment, but people are using these for things. Do you think I could land a real plane? Yeah, I think I could, because I did one of those plane flying experiences. There's loads of airfields where I live, like loads of them, so you can't move for airfields. And I did one of those things where you go out in a microlight aircraft, and there you go. And it was amazing. And something I didn't expect to do was land the plane. Because takeoff and landings, of course, I always think are the most major parts. But I was just sort of lining up the approach to the airfield, everything on it, and he just said, "Do you want to take it down?" I was like, "Okay." And that was it. It was good fun. So I know that's a tiny little aeroplane, but I think the principles match. I think I could definitely have a go, and I'd be listening to obviously air traffic controller, all of the instructions on what to do. It's not like you're just gonna jump in and waggle the stick. I'm not even sure a modern plane, if you get in there and start moving the flight surfaces around, if they even respond to you, unless you switch all the modes and have them in a landing mode and stuff. But there we go. So Ash, what you're saying, you're currently trying to get the Jaguar core booting on the Mister again. Need more brain power to finish routing on the Atari ST board. So is the Mister just to relax you for a bit? I have to say, this terrain looks really weird. Don't you think it looks very bright, like as if we're flying over deserts? I think this is supposed to be France, not bloody Fallujah. Anyway, I think we've had enough fun in the jet. The fighter trainer. I think I would probably rather just like an Airbus Air 360. So I'm going to leave it to you guys to suggest which airport, because it seems to have a database anywhere globally of where are we going to launch our Airbus from. And I still actually haven't found Paris, you might have noticed, because we haven't found an Eiffel Tower or Notre Dame, as the Americans call it. Generic. Oh, the GameCube. It's not. Sorry, retro. Dreamcast flight sim. Dreamcast. Where did you learn to fly? That should be an option, shouldn't it? In the next Microsoft Flight Simulator, they should include Cybermorph plane. Oh, I just so wish this was Combat Flight Simulator. I need some combat. So maybe there is a Combat Flight Simulator out there I should be running right now. You could advise me, guys.
Bingo, fuel.
You just don't have enough. You just don't have enough stuff for this. I would like to fly. I wish it had like some of the Saab things as well. Actually, okay. So we've we've done that. We've been there, done that. We know what that's like. So let's see what we can do. So you can go aircraft. Can you actually select your aircraft in game? Wow, I didn't know you could do this. Right. I need myself. Oh, Bombardier. So Beechcraft King is very interesting. All those sorts of small planes, but I think we're going to go for the Airbus. Oh, it's complaining. Airspeed warning. It's already complaining. Go to airport. I think we want to go to JFK. Will it come up there? Isn't it called JFK? Well, that's close enough. I've got other controls here that might apply to that plane that might need to be set. I'm going to try that retro game in Denmark. I definitely want to. Oh, okay, hang on, brakes. Let's have a look around the cockpit. Why are we rolling? Don't I have brakes anymore? Yes, I do. Oh, I'm rolling because the engines are on. Right. Are we ready? Oh, KJFK, that's what it would have been. Actually, we could do that, right? That's alright. Let me just do that right now then. So it's KJFK. Oh, A-port ID. KJFK. Are we losing our mind? Are we? Is it? Oh, it's in the United Kingdom. That's why. United States. There we go. Boom. Kennedy International. That's what we want. This is exciting. Gonna eat another pork scratching. Retch at the saltiness of it. These are not good pork scratchings. I like a bit of salt, but ugh, not too much. Also, I notice a lot of foreign countries don't do pork scratchings quite in the same way. I do wonder if there is a more international pork scratching that's analogous to what we have here. Okay, we're ready. Charlie, 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 Charlie. This is Charlie, Charlie, Delta, Delta 1, requesting takeoff, etc. So if you're playing it properly, there's so many people who play it like that. They do all the drills. This game's always very jerky on the ground, by the way. I think it's because of the detail level of the ground polygons is turned up to maximum when you're on the ground. Oh, I tell you what though, it does bring back memories of real flight. You know, when you see that over the wing view, when you're in lower res and you get some frame rate because you're not recording. Look, it's already. I'm not. Hands off stick. Look at that. It just wants to climb. Damn! It just wants to climb. It loves it. Okay, overspeed warning already.
Don't sing. Don't sing. Don't sing.
Doesn't even look like we're that much of an angle. We'll slow down by pulling up. We need to get height anyway. Is there multiplayer mode? I think there is. I kid you not. There is. And it does actually have proper missions, like training missions. Hang on, let's see. There's ways of turning off all these warnings. Oh, that's alright. Can't even turn on your wipers. Hey ZX Renew, how are you? Must be boring being a pilot. You hardly get to see anything outside. I wanna... Well, how the... Hang on, how high are we? Here we go. I want to be a part of it. Oops, undercarriage. Come back up. Yeah, there's Electron Ash. It sounds like you like watching... What the hell is that sound? You like watching those shows that I watch, because I do watch all those airplane documentaries. I do like them. Look at this, the old Airbus. It's got a lot of overspeed warnings, hasn't it? It does not like it. Well, I can't tell what is its, what speed does it want you to be? What's its cruising speed? I'm not even sure I can tell where its airspeed is at the minute. It's on one of these things. Best just to sit outside the plane. I'm lodging my flight plan straight into the sea. Oh yeah, the rudder reversal problem is insane. There's such weird scenarios where that comes back, but I think that the 737 MAX is by far, obviously, the lamest thing. It is the worst that you could have right now. It's just... And Boeing is going to be shafted by it. So shafted, honestly. Right, there's this. In the summer, in the city. People might be a bit sensitive about me buzzing New York in a commercial jet, so I feel a bit weird about that. So I don't think I will. I'll just be respectful, just to figure out. Okay, I'm just going to turn off the engines. Makes no difference. Uh-oh. I don't know if we've got like a flame out on the engines now, so we need to be restarted. The man. Yep, I can hear him. There you go, they've come back online. Can we recognise anything from here? Oh, it's so annoying, that noise, right? Yeah, that's more pleasant. I think that angle of attack sensor thing is just crap engineering all around, to be honest with you. Why would you rely on one? On something that forces a change on a control surface? I mean, it's insane-o. I remember once being at a, it was the opening of the Formula One Yas Marina circuit in Dubai, and they had a flyover by a jet, but it was really low, like one of these things, and it was just doing, I can't remember what it did something cool, like a stunt, like you might get at an air show, and you will not believe it when you see these things moving like that. You're just not used to it. If it had full of passengers, they'd all be getting sick. So I'm going to see. I don't think we can pull a loop in one of these, but let's see what happens if we try. Okay, it's probably going to start warning us. Pull back. Let's go. It's the least exciting. It's going. It's happening. Yeah, you can imagine. I can't. Where's our forward speed on this damn thing? Airspeed, please. Airspeed, airspeed. I'm not seeing it. That's the annoying thing. I know it's there in front of me somewhere. I think we're about to stall. Probably get a stall. I think it is stalled. That's it. We stalled out. Basically, I think that's pretty much it. that it? Do they not stall anymore? You can see it's pretty much just, that's it, I'm done. It's just saying I'm done now. Oh, well done. I wonder if Airbuses are like that in real life. You just let go of the stick. Will it level out? No. Right. Anyway, I might just have another go at another aircraft then. Oh yeah, just to show you, in case you haven't seen this, they do helicopters. They do all sorts. So look at this thing. Now if you do want to buzz around the cities, these might be better options for you, really. I would like to take off on one though. Let's see if we can just do that. Let's just check a random airport. I say random. I want to do LAX. Is it LAX? No. Los. Is it Los Angeles? Anyway, that's it there. What's the latest version ZX Renew? Come on. Should I stay or should I go now? Oh, Seeking. So Retro, what's a Sea King? Is that a helicopter or an aeroplane? I didn't see it in the list, but I don't know. I can have a look. Oh bugger! Why would you want that? I don't mind dusk so much. No, day. Oh, it has to load up new terrain data. Google runs it from Azure, so it's like a basically Google Maps simulator. You can just run a flight simulator straight into Google Earth. That would be amazing. There we go. So I'm just playing with the controls just to see what they do basically here on the helicopter, because it does vary a little bit. That'd be it. You've got propeller pitch normally. This blue one. I don't know how that affects a helicopter, so we'll play with that when we're going. Oh, what? An engine is not started. Oh, they look pretty started to me. I think we're alright. Just throttle up. Just gradually throttling up. Look at that. What engine is not bloody started? That's worrying, isn't it? And that definitely looks like LAX. Whoa, 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 whoa! Charlie, Charlie. Charlie Delta Foxtrot, Foxtrot Lima. Yeah, we're kind of rubbing the belly of the helicopter on the ground a bit. But then they always say helicopters are a bit fussy. I don't have any rudder controls, by the way. I could do with some. You don't have... It's probably doing a kind of an auto rudder for me. There we go. So let's try to reduce the forward motion so we can... This would be a good point to just kind of stop there for a second. Now let's try this pitch adjustment. No, pitch adjustment's not doing anything. Oh, really? That must have been crazy noisy. Was they crazy noisy? They always look noisy. Obviously, as you pitch the helicopter down, you're going to lose height if you don't compensate for that. But the weird thing is, when you let go of the controls, it should balance out. It wants to. This looks like it's got a hook. Maybe you can operate that hook in the if you You know what the buttons are. Clearly I don't. Right, let's see if we can get to town then. We're going downtown in our helicopter. I don't like, I've got it set by the way, the hat is not right. It's like when I push up it looks up, but I would still like the hat in flight mode, inverted axes. So I haven't figured out how to do that yet. There we go. Oh really, ear protection. I wonder if these are those helicopters you can do a roll in. Oh, hello. Where we're going, we don't need cheese. There we go. So what sucked Ash? I missed that. Honolulu Airport. Sucked out the plane? What's all this? Whoa! What's happening? What's happening? Why am I losing height? Is it because I'm looking up? Ah! I was looking up in the air basically. Oh, there we go. We've got our horizon indicator here. That's fine. Problem is you need to pitch down a bit, otherwise you're not going to get the motion. You're not going to get the motion from the ocean. Now if you play back in the Airbus, we weren't playing with it too much, but in the Airbus you've got all the fasten seatbelts buttons and the ping pong, no smoking, all of that stuff, so that's kind of fun, isn't it? That was the flight where the top part of the fuse tore off like a sardine tin. Yeah, that's the problem with planes, people don't realise how fragile they are, there's nothing to them. So I wonder if we can land on a roof. Because you always see that, don't you, in movies? Someone coming and landing on a roof. I imagine it's easier in real life than it is in a bloody flight sim. I don't know if any of you feel that, but... do you get me? Do you know, like, when you're in it, you're really in it, you've got a much better feel for what the hell is going on around you, whereas this, you haven't really got that much feedback going on. See, I kind of feel that first interstate looks like something I would want to try to land on, but again, see, now how do you look at what you need to look at in this? Because I can't see down, right? I can just see nothing. You can kind of just about look out the window just to see if I've got... I suppose if you're gonna do something like that. If you want a game that involves flying and is really fun though, Toy Commander on the Dreamcast. I wish I had Toy Commander here. We could play that. That's really cool. If you want to like, I've seen it. I've seen choppers do this in the movies where they sort of crash. Right, hang on a minute. You got to slow down the engine. Landing gear down. Is it down? Maybe. Yes. Oh no. You see what I mean? This is not how you want to do this. No, down. Pull up. Nah, it's not going to happen. It just isn't going to happen. Which is a shame though. But look at the roads. I wonder if these are the real roads. It might be like a kind of Google Earth, whatever, Microsoft's version. I love how they're just blasting through all these intersections. I'm pretty sure they don't work like that in real life. But yeah, we're in a helicopter, not an aeroplane. Get some throttle going. Pew, pew, pew. Head to Vegas. We'd want a jet for Vegas though, wouldn't we? We could just switch some aircraft in real life. So, Sea King was mentioned. Let's see what we have. No, we don't have anything so interesting. We do have a kind of a Red Bull Air Race type aeroplane there though. Grand Caravan, that sounds boring, doesn't it? The Grand Caravan. You only have one like jet, as in fighter jet. I suppose though, because you haven't got any weapons. Oh, that's more like it. Oh yes, a bit more responsive. I think these have the benefit of having a glass floor. Look, Look at that. That's so you can see the rudders don't move because you don't have the pedal adjusters. I thought of a really cool way of making rudder pedals, by the way. Let me share that with you. You know those Stepmaster things you get where there's 2-step things and it's supposed to be... people are supposed to use them to do exercise. The trim is all off on this damn thing. Hang on. Come on. That's better. Basically, I thought if I got one of my joystick interfaces, I could put a potentiometer so that when you push those... when you push those, you could just make your own rudders, and they'd be really heavy duty because they are made for exercise. Even though they're the crappiest quality of exercise equipment, they'll be the best quality of gaming equipment. There was a Sea King there, was there? Whoa, hang on, how did I miss that? What is the Sea King? Is it an aeroplane or a helicopter? It sounds like it should be a helicopter. Whoa! Oh, I like that. It looks like you're sitting behind Bill Gates' head. All you need is some inflatable pylons. They Sea King there. Is that like a song or is it a pun? They Sea King there. Here we go. We're going on an adventure through town. Whoa! Hello. No. Whoa! What's that down there? It's like a big chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken. I still haven't had my dinner yet. So my options for dinner, I've sous vide'd some steaks and some lamb leg chops or leg steaks, however you want to describe them. And do I go for the beef or do I go for the lamb? Beef or lamb? That's the question. Loop the loop. Oh, okay, that would be easy peasy in one of these. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I wonder if we could get a better view though if we're going to loop the loop. Right, here we go. And by the way, a lot of planes fly above my head in the summer doing loop to loops. I think they're sort of various trainers and things like that. Here we go. Yeah. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Yoo-hoo. There we go. That was alright, wasn't it? Blam! Blam, says Nigel. And would you like to see a little barrel-y roll? Let's do a little barrel roll. There you go. Actually, that wasn't a barrel roll. That's just a regular roll. That's more of a barrel roll. There we go. Chicka, 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 chicka. It's just me emulating the whole combat aspect that we don't get to play. Smash them together and make blam. Oh, beef and lamb is blam. I love that idea. What about one of those meats? Do you like those meats that are in other meats? You get a turkey and you stuff it in a pheasant, and you get that and stuff it in a goose, and you stuff it in a swan, and then you stuff the swan in an emu, and you stuff the emu in an ostrich, and then you stuff the ostrich in a velociraptor. And I think that's pretty much it. That's a goose. There's a goose in me caboose. Look at these. To be honest, it's not a massive amount of planes. I'm wondering if you... Oh, it says show all variations. That's what I want. I want all the variations. What? No, what the hell? Look, there's gliders in this. How come I clicked... Ow. Show all variations. And then it just all of a sudden opened up shed loads of planes. Hang on a minute. Hang on a cotton picking minute. Look at these. Okay, so the Airbus is just different paint jobs. There definitely wasn't a glider in the earlier list, I'm sure. I'd have noticed that. Oh, I think we need to load our jet. Look at our jet. We can get that in a different paint job. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about now. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's better. Jet planes, by the way, are insano. How heavy do you think this plane would be in real life? What is it? It's an F-16, right? If I'm not mistaken. Should be able to tell. Stop. Hang on, the afterburners. Right. Doesn't say on it, but I'm sure it is. How heavy, dead leg, do you think this plane is in real life? And it's going to be something crazy balls. I'm telling you, it's going to be something like 16 tons without fuel or something. They are really, really heavy. So I wonder how their engines compare to a commercial jet. How much thrust are these putting out? Because if you think of a commercial jet has a couple engines or 4 engines or whatever, and they're massive and they're carrying all those people, these little things I think are putting out almost just as much, and they just carry bombs. You helped make some of the fibres. Were you in a fibre making factory? That's pretty cool. What, like carbon fibres? Or was it Kevlar fibres? Or was it exotic secret military fibres? What's that thing? Roger, 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 roger. We're coming in for landing. You do not have clearance to land. But we want to land on this building. Let's see if we can kiss it. Give it a little kiss. A little kiss, a flick of the wrist. Oh! You'd have noticed that. To land on the road, but I think actually, hang on. Let's be a little bit serious for a second here. I think we're coming up to an airport here. We are. Is that LAX? We need to slow down. We're coming in for approach. 23 tons. Wow. Nice. Those are some sexy sounding fibres, Electronash. Roger, roger. Oh, my yoke's not bolted to the desk properly. It just wanted to move. We're coming in for approach. I'm just going to line up this way. I'm not landing, by the way. Oh, there's something on the landing field there. The airfield. The airstrip. Right. I'm going to come out. I'm guessing towards... Where are we? The sea? Are we going to... Can we fly to Japan? Where's my fuel gauge even? Fuel... Somewhere... The hook. Do we need the hook? I want to see my hook. Look at my hook. Got me hook out. Can you do a carrier landing? That would be awesome if you can. Push to jettison. Yep. Enough buttons. We don't know what any of them do. Just like real pilots. Right, let's turn around. Let's slow down the engine. We're going to bank carefully. Try not to lose too much height. But I wanted to slow down the engine while I'm banking to just slow down in generally, because you're going to lose height in the bank, and then you're trying to offset that by putting the nose of the aircraft up, which will slow us down further. So it's all good. Where is that? Where's that thing? Oh, this would be good in VR. I do hope the new Microsoft thing supports VR, because I would like to try that. I think that would be the way to try this. Right, I can't tell if my landing gear is down. Yes, it is. So this is quite good though, because it does help you do the over-the-shoulder, you know, that you can't do easily. I mean, the hat's okay, but it's not great. I mean, I'll show you. Like if we use the hat. You do that, and then you have to center it, but it's not self-centering on this stick. Right. I tell you what though, I've not landed from inside the cockpit, as it were, so that would be probably trickier to try that. Let's try it. Where's my flaps? I think that's me flaps. See, I got to check again, like looking outside to see if any of this bloody stuff's working. Yeah, flaps are... The flaps should be doing something, but I can't quite tell. Anyway, coming in low. We're coming in hot. Whoa, hello. Yeah. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Oh no, brutal. That's it. I think that would be considered a crash. We've broken the game. We're just piling through everywhere. Give us some afterburner. Whoopsie. Woohoo! Just like real life. Oh, to be a pilot. This is what it's all about though, these games, isn't it? Just messing around. Woohoo! He's coming back in again for a second. The problem is I'm not thinking in Russian. Always the problem. Best fictional aircraft ever. Firefox is literally the best movie ever made about an aeroplane. Yeah. The DK1 made you sick. So I've got that Oculus Rift S and I'm enjoying it. That inside out tracking is just phenomenal. Which one's Iron Eagle? It sounds like a bomber. Was it a bomber? The Iron Eagle. What about glider? I just want to try glider now because gliders... To be honest, in real life, gliders don't appeal to me because... Oh, come on. Have we crashed it? I think we broke the game. Because it feels to me like you've got no control at all over that. You know, you turn it on. So you turn it on. You haven't got a turning on thing. You've got a glider. You're in the glider. Something goes wrong, you're just going down, aren't you? I mean, until you're hoping that you can find some sort of pocket of air, something to lift you out of trouble. I do like the idea that some of this little pop-out fan blade that it just sort of like pops out and then it's like an electric one, but it makes me wonder how much electric do you need to fly a glider? It can't be too much. A film with one vision by Queen. Let me ask you a question about Iron Eagle. Is it on Netflix? Because if it is, I'm watching that tonight. Where's bloody Flight Simulator? Microsoft. It's not even in here. Which one of you bastards is killing my computer? Oh, there we go. In task. Hooray! Steam. Let's do that again, shall we? So we didn't get a good score on Rotten Tomatoes. It's telling me we can't load it because the app is already running. Come on. Dagnammit. Microsoft. Bloody Microsoft. It feels to me that this game must have been run ages ago. It's like a Windows XP game or something. Microsoft. I can't even see where the M's are. Oh, there we go. Because they're in random order, aren't they? Not there. It's certainly not there. It's definitely not running. Type VNC server. That's... I got to go through this machine and just start removing stuff. I really don't need Type VNC server running. Right. That's it. Last time. Come on. 20 tons. Hooray! That was pretty close. App running. So I've got Steam running in the screen on this side, basically. Steam looks like they've changed something. Is this really Steam? It looks different. Right. Oh, stop. Okay, so I hit stop here. Stop. Oh, Bat 21 was good. I kind of remember Bat 21. I'm going to watch some of those movies, Ash. I'm gonna introduce them to my children, and I'm really happy that Nigel's given us all these stats, these aeroplane stats. That's it. It's game over, guys. There was something else I wanted to share with you, though. I think I tried this yoke on Elite Dangerous, and it worked. As in, you can fly the Elite craft with Elite Dangerous with the yoke. It was okay. But there was something I had to do. I think you can change it to kind of a more flight controls rather than space controls, if that makes sense. It would be interesting to try a driving game. I don't think I have a real driving game. There's Rocket League, but that doesn't count. But this does have such a massive dead zone. There's Carmageddon. It wouldn't work. So I'm going to either try to see what's wrong with the dead zone, or just to say replace the electronics, or just add. This has got a built-in USB hub, so I can put my own board in it, attach it to the internal USB hub, so that the original Cytec software will report the yoke controls, but also I'll get an additional joystick that will be my measurement of the yoke controls for the ailerons and elevators, and I can then tell Microsoft Flight Simulator or the driving game or whatever to use my ones, not the Cytec ones, and then that will get rid of that dead zone, and we could probably just use that for driving. I mean, it doesn't go more than, what is that, 30 degrees end to end, but I think that's probably enough, especially for Formula One. So there, it's nice to chat to you guys anyway. I know it's been a long time since I've done a stream, but I've had a lot of fun tonight, and it's because I've been super busy and I haven't had the opportunity to have the executive stress relief of playing a game like this for a long while. So I hope you've had as much fun as I have. Please look out for the videos on the weekend. I'm going to put some Dreamcast hardware hacking ones out, and I've got a few other bits and pieces of videos ready to be edited, so I'm going to do them. I'm just looking over at the table to see if there's anything interesting. Probably not going to do a video about it. I just got a Mega Drive 151 in one cart for £14, so that's cool. If you want to see that, I will do a little. We'll probably do a teardown of it to see what's inside. But I suspect it's going to be a black epoxy blob on the PCB. So anyway, night all, night Electron Ash, like everybody else who's in the stream, Nigel, and anyone else who I haven't seen in the chat window for a while, Retrotech Ralph, ZX Renew. I'm going to do the Atari ST cartridges soon as well. And yeah, have a good Friday.